Yeah, content-wise, today's been good. But anyway, I'll pick this back up. She's just radio, and I can hear what she said. She said on the radio that someone's at the back gate filming. So we're gonna see how this one unfolds. Big old place. Hello.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, are you?
I'm not too bad. What are we filming for?
Because I want to.
If you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's gonna get troublesome. I already know what's gonna go down. Look at. No particular reason, just because this is what I've chosen to do today. Would you mind identifying, please?
PC Dean.
Okay.
Code number 17920.
Thank you. And yourself?
Okay.
Why are you lot all coming out like this? You're making me feel nervous.
Because
like.
when people start filming outside of our police station, it tends to alert red flags. Okay?
For what reason?
Mainly for terrorism. I'm not saying you are.
Okay.
Okay. But mainly because majority of people come around, they like to film our cars, know what our registrations are, know what our police officers look like.
What? Okay.
No procedures for getting in and out of the building safe and securely. So that in that way they can potentially perform a terrorist attack, okay, and have it all on recording. So that's why we come down and we like to check to make sure why they are. So you asked me to identify myself.
The interaction begins with a simple greeting, but things quickly grow tense as several officers approach the man filming. They question him, suggesting that recording near the station could be a security issue. Staying calm, he explains that he's just standing on a public sidewalk with a camera. Rather than handling the situation with courtesy, the officers seem more focused on making him look suspicious without clear reasons. He remains steady, not reacting to pressure, while the officers appear uncertain about how to proceed. This uneasy start lays the groundwork for what soon becomes a much more heated exchange.
Yeah, I'm not going to identify, no. No.
Why is that?
I'm not required to, I'm not committing any offence.
You're not required to because you're not committing any offence.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, you are in a public place.
Absolutely,
okay?
exactly.
So under section 50 of the Police Reform Act,
okay,
you could be required to identify yourself with name and address, or you could be arrested, okay? If your behaviour is believed to be
antisocial. So am I behaving antisocially?
Filming outside the police
does
station
not constitute antisocial behaviour, no. Is that the route we're going to go down? I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to give you my name. I wouldn't suggest using the section 50 power. You would have to prove that I'm behaving antisocially, causing members of the public harassment, alarming. Okay, so how's my behaviour?
If you're filming and the fact that you're standing outside, it causes a member of the public to walk past and feel completely distressed.
The officers cite section 50 of the Police Reform Act, telling the man he could face arrest if he doesn't provide his name and address. But he's aware of the law and explains that filming by itself doesn't qualify as antisocial behaviour. He challenges them, asking for proof of harassment or intimidation, which they can't provide. At that point, their argument weakens, and it becomes clear they may have gone too far. The man calmly reminds them what the law actually says, highlighting the gap between their claims and their legal authority. Instead of pressing forward, the officers pause, realizing the situation isn't as straightforward as they first suggested.
How would they feel distressed by that? Am I engaging anyone else? I'm just here filming you.
You walk past.
What are we doing? And are you going to nick me now, are you?
What I'm going to do is ask you to move on, sir.
I'm not going to move on. I'm in a public place.
At the moment, you're not in a public place, sir. This is cast as a private property.
Nah, it's not private property. And even if it was, no, I'm not. Look, this is a pavement, mate. What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what, sir. If you want to be in a private place or a public place, take a step on that pavement.
No, I'm good here.
I'm
good here. So this is not a private place. How is this a private place? Look at where we are. Look. Just so the camera can pick it up, yeah? So if it...
So there's your yellow lines.
No. You're talking nonsense, mate. You're talking rubbish. And there you are, mate. You're trying to flex jurisdiction. Let's just pack it in. Yes, you are. I will carry on filming.
Feel free, but just step on that
no, I'm not going to step there. So we've gone section 50, and now we're talking about private land. What's next?
So I'm correct in what I'm telling you.
No, right? You're just flexing unnecessarily. Yes, you are.
Flex unnecessarily. You're not an issue to me. 179.
All right, I'm not an issue. No worries.
You are not an issue to me.
Good.
I have no reason to flex to you.
Good.
You are not that much of an issue.
Good. Then there should be no reason. There should be no concerns about me filming. Then if that's the case.
Well, generally there is concerns.
Well, you just said that I'm not an issue to you.
You're not an issue for me to flex. That means I'm not bothered by you. You're not big, high and mighty, okay?
Okay. It's not about me, it's about you. This is about your ego, not about mine. Not about your... Yeah, of course it is.
Your ego needs to be approved and swept and fucking stroked because you're standing...
Did you just swear?
Because, yeah, I did just swear.
So you just...
public place.
Of course you're in a public place. You just committed a section 5.
I'm not in a public place.
Hold on. Dean, bruh.
This is
Pack it in, mate. Pack it in, mate.
Public places over there.
Pack it in, mate.
Public
Mate,
places
pack it
over
in
there.
right now. Don't swear again. We're all in a public place. This is all public.
Private.
This is all public. This is all publicly accessible. Show me where the boundary is that denotes public and private. No.
The situation intensifies when officers argue that the man isn't standing in a public place, insisting the pavement outside the station is private property. He quickly challenges this, pointing out that he's on double yellow lines, which are clearly part of a public road. He questions their claim of authority, pressing them to show proof of private ownership, but they provide none. The disagreement over property boundaries exposes how weak their reasoning is. What should have been straightforward turns into a confusing debate, leaving the officers struggling to defend their position while the man remains firm and confident.
Double yellow line doesn't denote private property. Dean, mate, you're digging yourself a hole. You're digging yourself a hole. You just swore. You started with section 50. Then you're saying private property. Even if this was private property, it's a civil matter. This is publicly accessible. This isn't private property anyway.
This is private
mate,
land, sir. This is
mate, this has not been good. Mate, this ain't good.
Okay.
Why are you swearing? Can I swear? Can I use the F word?
You can swear if you want, sir.
So I can say fuck, yeah?
Congratulations.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I feel good, yeah.
Just we'll carry through. We're going to pay.
And you did swear in a public place.
Private.
This ain't private, mate. No, it's not.
Yes.
You're making yourself look ridiculous. Just go back inside, mate. All right.
You have to take a pinch of common sense as well.
I don't have to take a pinch of nothing. I don't have to take any advice from any of you. I'm in a public place filming, which is lawful. And you've tried to threaten me. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. You haven't educated me. I'm educating you right now. Go on.
Like, with you standing so close to the entrance.
I'm not obstructing you, am I?
No, but you need to listen. With you standing so close to an entrance, filming, that poses security questions for us, okay? There are people who wish to do the police harm.
Okay, I'm not one of those.
Okay, but we don't know that, do we?
Well, you have to go based on what you do know.
You haven't identified yourself, so
I don't need to.
treat you as an unknown risk, so we don't know.
Why am I at risk? This is a camera.
Because you're an unknown risk. Common sense.
Based on what? If an old
Sir,
granny was filming here, would she be an unknown risk?
You're not letting me finish, so that you can't understand my point. Okay. By you standing here, common sense would dictate that poses a security risk.
Why? Is the building not secure? Like, you lot are armed, like you've got a taser. Like, what sort of security risk is it?
Standing here constantly, filming cars coming in and out.
Marked cars that are paid for by the taxpayer. I've got every right to film them.
Right next to where gate opens in and out. Like I said, you're an unknown risk. You've got a bag. We don't know what you've got on you. You could run in. You could have something on you.
The exchange takes a sharp turn when the man begins mocking the officers, using strong language. They immediately try to turn it into a public order issue under Section 5. But when pressed, it's clear they don't have enough to justify it, since mild language on its own isn't enough for a charge. The man continues to challenge them, questioning their reasoning and pointing out how unusual it is for armed officers to feel threatened by someone holding only a camera. As the discussion goes on, their frustration becomes obvious, while he grows more confident. Each response he gives shows how weak their position has become. What started as an accusation ends up exposing just how shaky their case really was.
We don't know.
Yeah, well,
so that's why.
I mean, there's lots of members of the public that have stuff on them that you don't know.
I know, but they're not.
Are they all unknown risks as well? Yeah, well, I can be here.
Everyone's an unknown risk.
Everyone's an unknown risk. We don't live in a police state where everyone's an unknown risk and you're constantly doing surveillance. What sort of you lot have been brainwashed or something? I'm just a member of the public. Chill out. We're not all unknown risks. What are they teaching you in training? Unknown risk. Is this a police state? Do you have to spy on each other? All like we all have to like snitch on each other? What's going on here? Like, what is going on here?
So we have to manage risk. So we always have to manage risk, and that's why we have to do unknown risk and known risk. So anything that we don't know is unknown to us, so we have to treat it with an element of caution.
Okay.
Yeah? That's fair to say, isn't it? That's a common sense approach to this. And because we don't know you, you've not identified yourself with us, we don't know the risks that you pose.
Would you identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm PC Cook,
okay.
1654.
Sure.
Yeah? And I'm just talking to you like I would to anybody else.
Alright.
And that's the point I'm trying to impress to you today, sir, that's all.
Okay, now what?
Well, like my colleague said, because we don't know you, we don't know the risks, we are going to just ask you to move on to the public point.
This is public here. guarantee you 100% this is public here.
But with your proximity.
And even if it was private, this is publicly accessible. Look. Just for some context, right? He's saying this yellow line denotes where it's public, where it's private. So how could this possibly be private property? Even let's say hypothetically it was private property, yeah? Who owns this property? Does the Met Police own this property, or would they hypothetically lease the property?
Owns this property. It's
no, they don't.
By Bexley Council.
Okay, right. So who pays for the council?
Property
How's the council funded? I'm pretty sure this is leased anyway. I'm pretty sure the Met don't own this.
This was gifted to us.
You know that for a fact, do you? Well, you got flowers on your radio.
Why not?
I'm asking why.
If you went into a shop and they had a counter with no barriers either side, you would know that
that shop's not paid for by the taxpayer.
So the behind that kiosk area, even though you can access it, is an inaccessible point. That's another common sense approach. So you can see that from there to here, and then this bit here, common sense would dictate that this is not a public part of the domain. Yeah?
Okay, well this is all paid for by tax money, so.
But you have to you understand why we're talking.
You understand how like fiscal policy works. So the government tax, and then they spend on public services, and this is that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a fiscal policy. It's the economic policy, right? So it dictates how spending and taxation works.
Okay, I'm not here for a lesson. I'm just trying to talk to you.
Right. And I'm just trying to explain to you
as a person, from a person to a person, why we are managing the risk of somebody standing by the entrance that's constantly used to a police station.
Okay, have I satisfied that I'm not a risk?
Well, no. Because
all right. Well, how are you going to satisfy it then?
Well, we're just.
The officers introduce an unusual argument, claiming that anyone filming near the station should be treated as a potential risk. The man pushes back, pointing out how unreasonable that sounds by asking if that would apply to ordinary people with cameras as well. The discussion drifts into issues like taxpayer funding and whether the police even have ownership of the land they're standing on. While the officers keep repeating the same points, he breaks them down with straightforward logic, exposing gaps in their reasoning. At this stage, it seems like they've run out of solid arguments. Each time they fall back on the unknown risk line, it sounds less convincing. The officers appear defensive, while the man grows more assured and in control of the conversation.
Just remember, everything I'm doing right now is perfectly legal, so just remember that. And it's not antisocial. Why did you backpedal on that?
I didn't backpedal.
Yeah, you did. But why are you not nicking me under section 50 then?
Because I don't have reasons to nick it. Doesn't mean backpedaling. Okay. I'm trying to approach you with common sense. I don't like to unnecessarily criminalise people.
Oh, thank you. Good, so, good.
Me and my colleague have tried to appeal to your common sense nature, but clearly.
Good. I'm happy that you're not. I'm happy that you're not criminalising people. That's good. You know of any officers doing stuff like that?
Do I know of any officers doing unnecessary criminalising?
Yeah. Never heard of that. Right. Good. Good. Why? How? You know you swore in a public place as well.
I didn't swear.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. And if that has offended you, then I do apologise, but I did not swear in a public place.
You did. You said the F word. I've got it on camera.
I swore, but I'm not in a public place.
All right. If you say so. Okay. Right, are we done?
Yeah, you go back your day.
All right, you're dismissed. You're dismissed. Go away. Yeah, dismissed. Muppet. Swearing in public, section 50, private property. Yeah, you're a Muppet, mate. Shut up. Fucking Muppet. Private place this, swearing that. Yellow line denoting public property. What the fuck's this guy talking about, man? Complete Muppet. We don't criminalise legal behaviour. Yeah. No hell you don't. No hell you don't. Don't criminalise. Fucking complete Muppet. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. Anyway, I'll pick it back up. Yeah. Why not? All right, good. Don't ask questions, isn't it? Yeah, good. Yeah, because I want to. Because I want to.
Alright. Doing a good job.
Thanks. You are too. Go to McDonald's and that. I mean, like, I just started losing patience with some of these. You let them know that that's okay, yeah?
I just told them that you're just filming, but if you were to go in, then they would deal with you in a different way, but to leave you alone.
Why would I go in?
I don't know, I'm just that sick.
So you're happy for me to film?
If you stay there, I don't have a problem.
if you stay there, if you do this, don't. I can't help it, can they? Can't help it. Can't help giving some sort of directive. But yeah, as I said, I don't know, I'm just beginning to lose patience with these lot a little bit, man. Especially after the way that they first come out. So, yeah, excuse me if I was a bit kind of ill-tempered with that guy. But yeah, defo, this place needs an audit, man. Defo. Wow, feds wearing hoodrich. Feds wearing hoodrich. Mad. Yeah, this place reminds me a bit of Lewisham. This place definitely needs an audit. Auditors, please come here. This is another one of them chavvy police stations.
With no arguments left, the officers shift to a softer tone before eventually walking away. The man then takes control of the moment, telling them they're dismissed and continuing to film on his own terms. He calls out how they tried to label legal activity as suspicious and relied on weak reasoning to justify their actions. As the video wraps up, he reflects on the encounter, pointing out the contradictions in their claims, from misusing Section 50 to falsely suggesting the pavement was private property. By staying calm and informed, he demonstrates how understanding the law can neutralize intimidation. The longer he records, the clearer his point becomes. Filming in public is lawful, and pressure tactics fall flat when challenged.